Fish from Idobi Radio here with Mr. John Nolan of Taking Back Sunday.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for agreeing to do this interview at the Waldorf Astoria right now on set of your brand new music video, Here Comes a Wolf.
Yes, so the Waldorf Astoria, that's good. What is this? We're at the Gateway Inn in beautiful
Merrick.
Merrick, Long Island, yes.
Right on Sunrise Highway, beautiful train passing right now.
I would imagine there's been a lot of great after-prom get-togethers here over the years.
I wish I went to prom, but my school canceled it.
Really?
Private school.
I didn't go to my prom.
Okay, now I don't feel as bad. But let's get into the song, Here Comes the Wolf. It's for an original song for the movie Bridge and Tunnel. What was your initial reaction when you were approached to write an original song?
Well, the thing was that it was kind of funny is that wasn't initially what I was approached with. Anthony Natalie, who is a friend of mine and who was putting together a soundtrack for the movie, called me and he asked if I had any songs I would want to let them use for the movie, and I hadn't really put out much new material recently. And then aside from that, there's all the stuff you have to go through with, like licensing and, who has rights to stuff. And so we were talking. I was like, well, why don't we just get together and record a song just specifically for this? And he was into it, and that's how it ended up happening. And I was really excited about it. It's something I've wanted to do, and I've never gotten a chance to before. To work on a song for a movie. It's pretty cool for me.
Awesome. What was the turning point that you were like, hey, let me do an original song as opposed to a song that you may have not released?
Well, mainly I didn't have any songs that I hadn't released. So that was probably the biggest turning point, I think. Yeah, I didn't really have anything that would be ready to go. I also wanted to get an idea of the feel of the movie and try to do something that would be appropriate for it rather than just throwing something else that I had already written and recorded at the movie.
Definitely. What were some scenes in the movie that really inspired the lyrical content for the song?
Well, they sent me a few different scenes before I recorded it, and I tell you the truth, I don't remember specifically what they were, but I was able to get I know at least an idea of the tone of the film. And I think one of the scenes there was the two friends are down in Long Beach and having a conversation, and that area in Long Beach where they were was pretty familiar to me. I lived there for a few years, and also knowing that the relationship of the Hurricane Sandy to the movie, even just from those couple of scenes, I felt like I got a good idea of where the movie was coming from.
Definitely. That actually leads me perfectly into my next question. The movie takes place on Long Island and really captures every aspect of living on Long Island. Is there a personal connection between you and the movie deeper than what we already touched on?
Well, I was actually working on another song, oddly enough, today that's going to be on the soundtrack to this movie, but it's a band called Gabriel the Marine is doing it, and they asked me to come in and work on it with them, and we were talking about Long Island and growing up on Long Island before we started getting into working on the song. And I think it's something that the movie touches on, and something that a lot of people from Long Island are kind of just inherently aware of, is you're in this almost like a little bubble here. It's Long Island kind of becomes the world to a lot of people who grew up here. You almost don't get a sense of how much there is outside of this place, and so I think that's something that affects anyone who grows up here, and I think some people deal with it by trying to get away from Long Island, and some people just let it become their world, and they just spend their whole lives here, and they're happy to live in the little Long Island bubble.
Sounds good. I definitely agree with that completely. If you're not from Long Island, it's either a really love or hate relationship with it. So for people not from Long Island listening, why should they go see the movie?
Well, I think Long Island is a very unique place, for better or worse. And I think it's worth seeing something like this and getting an understanding of what this place is like and what the people who live here are like. And, I think a lot of people's idea of Long Island is it's sort of based on maybe a caricature of people from Long Island, or it's almost this cartoony idea of what Long Islanders are like. And so I think it's worth spending some time to look a little deeper into this place and what it's all about.
Definitely. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Did you see the AA scene of the movie?
The AA scene? Not that I recall.
I had a beautiful cameo in it. You see me for 3 seconds. Best part of the movie, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, I did. I wish I paid more attention to your big moment. I'm sorry.
Just shot down. So everyone who sees this, listens to this, has to pay attention to the AA scene.
Yes, I'll back that.
Very nice. How was it winning an award for the song on the Long Island Film Expo before the film was actually really released and before the song was actually released?
It was an interesting experience. I mean, it's pretty cool that it happened. It's a weird scene over there. It's an interesting event. It was. I've never really done anything or been a part of anything quite like that, and I'm definitely not used to getting awards. That it always seems a little strange and silly to me to hand out awards for art, but when it comes down to it, I was really happy to that they recognized it, and it's it's cool to be a part of something like this and to have people responding to it in a positive way.
Definitely. Once again, thank you, Mr. John Nolan, for sitting down and talking about your brand new original song, Here Comes a Wolf, for the movie Bridge and Tunnel. So definitely check it out. Thank you again for chatting, and I'll speak with you soon.
All right, awesome. Thank you for having me.